If you are anything like me, then you are the good kind of lazy. That means you want maximal results with minimal effort. If that sounds like you, then this video is going to be so beneficial for you, because we're going to be going through the dirty, filthy, quickest 2-second ad strategy. And yes, I did say ad, which means that for this strategy to work really well for you, you have to have a little bit of money that you are willing to lose, because nothing is a guarantee in life, especially when it comes to paid marketing. You have to be able to risk a little bit of money to earn more back. And if you can't say goodbye to $200, $300, $400, $500 or more, then don't do this strategy. There are other ways, there are other currencies that you can use to get clients, and that other currency is your time. All right, so if you don't have any money to your name right now, you can't afford your lunch tomorrow, to put food on the table for your family, whatever, then do not use this strategy. Go off there, first of all, if you have no money at all, go off there and drive Uber, get a part-time job or some way to fund your life, strip for all I care. I don't know, start an OnlyFans. Do what you got to do to get that initial money into your bank account. And when you do that, I promise you, you'll have a much easier time starting your business, because you'll be able to invest in things like paid ads. So if you have a little bit of money, and when I say a little bit, I mean, let's say $30 a day on ads minimum for at least a week. So minimum $210 that you can lose tomorrow and your life will not be changed, materially changed, then we can go ahead with the strategy. Ideally, you want more than that, but that's just like a bare minimum, $210 you can lose on this. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, what is the dirty 2-second ad strategy? Well, first of all, what we're going to do is create very simple Facebook, Instagram, Meta ads to get people to DM you on Instagram or on Facebook Messenger. That's it. So we're going to just chuck up a really quick ad. We're not going to worry about things like filming videos, because that's not going to take 2 seconds. That's going to take 2 hours. We just want to stick up a very quick ad that's going to bring people into your world. That ad is going to target what I like to call low-hanging fruit. And low-hanging fruit are the customers who are ready to convert. They already know that they have a problem. They already know that there are solutions out there. They're just waiting for somebody to come along and sweep them off their feet, woo them with a wonderful offer at a good price. And that is what you're going to do. That is the low-hanging fruit. The alternative to low-hanging fruit is the fruit, aka customers that are higher up the tree, and you have to climb a bit higher. You have to put in a bit more effort to reach that higher hanging fruit. And they're the people who you might have to bring into your world via social media, warm up for a few months with content, get them onto your YouTube channel. Maybe they download a lead magnet. You have to educate them and work them a bit more to build their trust. But we're not going to go for those people with this 2-second ad strategy. We're targeting the low-hanging fruit only, and we can even target your own followers with this, who might have already had their trust built up with you over time, over 1 month, 5 months, 2 years, doesn't matter. And we can put the ad in front of them as well, so that we get them at the right time with an offer that they cannot refuse. That's the first step, putting an ad up there, starting conversation, and then we're going to get into that conversation with them, and then we are going to book a call. So if we go a bit of back and forth in the DMs, and we find that they are a good prospect and we can help them, then we pitch the call, we get them to book in for a sales call or a discovery call or whatever you call your calls. And if you don't already have some kind of free consult, then you should, because it will allow you to charge a lot more for your services in the long run. So that's the flow. Ad to DMs to booking a call. Obviously, then we're going to have a sale. Now, what do these ads look like? And this is the most simple ad that you can ever imagine. What you want to do is create a story ad. And when I say a story ad, I don't mean you telling a story. I mean the Instagram stories, the ones that go on the stories, the vertical ads. You're not going to get a horizontal picture of you and your family on holiday. You're getting a vertical ad at 9:16, whatever the aspect ratio is there. That's going to fill up the entire phone screen when people are scrolling through Instagram stories. Got it? That's it. That's the first thing. We're going to get a picture. It can be of you, something related to your niche. So for example, if you helping people to get more energy, let's say your promise is I help career-driven men double their energy so that they can perform better at work. If that's your niche, then you might have a photo of you in a suit presenting or pitching to a a room full of people. Or maybe it's you running a marathon, I don't know. Just something to signal that you have a lot of energy. That's the background image. And then at the top, on top of that image, we're going to have simple text. And that text is going to say, I'm looking for a specific number. So I'm looking for 5. Let's use that same example. I'm looking for 5 career-driven men who want to double their energy, whatever that specific result for you is. So basically, I'm looking for a specific number of a specific person, that's your target audience, who want a specific result. Simple. And then we say, DM me the word, if it's about energy, or if it's about weight loss, fit, or weight, I don't know, whatever word you want. DM me the key word that's related to your niche for more info. So for example, you can see this image I whipped up in like 2 minutes. It says, it's an AI image in the background, by the way. So I just whipped that up on AI. I'd recommend using a real photo, not an AI photo. So just get a real photo of you. If you need to, just get ChatGPT or another AI thingamajiggy to make you an image. And then just go into Canva, go into Photoshop, go into any photo editing tool on your phone, whatever, and just put text overlay. You can even do this on Instagram itself. Like you can even go into the story for Instagram and pretend that the stories thing for Instagram and pretend that you're going to post the story and then put that text there and then save it. It's up to you. But you want it to be looking native to the platform. So you want people to think it's almost part of their story. You don't want people to see it's an ad. It has to look native. All right? Okay. Then, for example, on this one we say, struggling with binge eating. I don't have this in this script here, but we're just calling out to our ideal audience. I would recommend doing this. So let's go back to the original example, helping career-driven men improve their energy, struggling with low energy, ? I'm looking for 5 career-driven men who want to double their energy within the next 60 days. DM me the word energy to learn more. That's just a simple example of what you can do. You can do this on Photoshop or Canva in 2 minutes. Just upload a photo, add some text, and that's your ad. So I did say 2-second ad strategy, but probably 2-minute ad strategy because it's going to take you 2 minutes, which is a lot quicker than it would take you to write a video script, film a video, edit the video. We're not doing any of that. We're just targeting low-hanging fruit, whipping a quick photo up, and that's it. You can see this other example image. It's slightly different. Calling out, struggling with binge eating. I help women stop binge eating or they don't pay. DM me binge to learn more. We're just going very offer heavy. So it's not the same script. We're just using our offer to attract people. 2 ad examples, very similar, will get you similar results. And then once they've clicked on the ad, you're going to start a DM conversation with them. And that's going to look like this. Hey, name. So, hey, James, thanks for reaching out. Just for context, can you give me a quick summary of whatever their problem is, of your problems with low energy, and ultimately, what's your goal here? That's going to be the opening message. So they click on the ad, they start a conversation with you, you jump in, and you're asking for a summary of their problem. Then they're going to respond. Hey, I've been struggling with low energy for 2 years now. Like I'm struggling to wake up in the mornings, blah, blah, blah. And whatever they say, you are going to respond in a personalized manner. So if they say whatever I just said, then you might pick one thing they said and say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. A lot of my clients struggle, or you can even use your own personal anecdotes. I personally struggled with low energy for years. I was able to overcome it. I would love to do the same for you. Can you tell me a bit more about, you mentioned this one thing. You mentioned that it's work, you struggle at work. Can you tell me a bit more about that? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just make it personalized to build trust with them and show that you're not just some AI robot that's just giving default chat bot responses. And we're not going to do this too many times. We're only going to ask 1 or 2 or 3, max 3, additional follow-up questions after the first question here. Because the goal is not to have a 20 message long conversation, it's to get them on a call. And the lower the number of messages we can do that and then still get them to book in for a call, that's what your goal should be. It's going to save you time in the long run. So 1 or 2 questions, pitch the call. Because after 1 or 2 questions and back and forth, they will trust you a little bit more. They will see that you can help and that you're an expert in this field. And then we're going to pitch the call by saying something like, honestly, Naeem, I'd love to chat more and see if I can help you to increase your energy or improve your energy. What's your schedule looking like over the next couple of days? And here's the key thing. We don't want to leave it at that. We want to try and push for them to book it in themselves, because otherwise you're going to have to go back and forth, trying to find a time. And the more back and forths you have, the more likely you are to lose them and have them not respond to you. So what we're going to do here is say, we can do this in another message, same message, doesn't matter, but then we're going to say, I can also drop my calendar link here, in brackets, might be easiest. So we're pushing to just send the calendar link and have them book themselves in. If they say, yep, send your link, then send that through. If they just give a time and say, oh, Monday afternoons work better for me, then you might just go and book them in yourself manually. But we want to push for more people to book them in themselves in. Okay, that's it. That's the DM template. And then it's up to you to sell that person on the phone. Easy, simple, done. Now, I understand that you're probably like, okay, that sounds good in theory, but how do I do that? And I'm going to get to that in a second. So don't fret. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. If you've never, ever touched a Meta ad before or a Facebook ad before, maybe get some experience by going off and watching a YouTube video or 2 YouTube videos as to how you can set up your Facebook ads account, because I'm not going to cover that in this video. That is well beyond the scope of this video. I'm going to assume that you already have an account set up, and maybe you've already run ads in the past or tried ads in the past and have a bit of experience with the platform. So if you don't, then go off and watch a video and learn a bit before you, and then come back here, or you can wait till you enter this video. Other extra tips I have for you is to jump into the chat ASAP. So as soon as a lead comes through, the sooner you can communicate with them, the better, the more effective your ad results are going to be. So if you wait an hour before you respond to them, they click on an ad, they become a lead, and you wait an hour before you send them a question, you're going to have lost them. Not everyone, but most people. You need to be quick. And if you work a part-time job or a full-time job and you're doing this as a side hustle, then if you know that you're not going to be able to get to people within 5 minutes of them becoming a lead, then what I'd recommend is setting up an AI bot to manage your DMs for you. And there's heaps of ways, and I know that might sound a bit crazy and, oh, how the heck do I do that? But just go onto ChatGPT and say, how can I set up an AI bot to help me respond to Instagram DMs? Simple, done. And once you've done that, then you'll have a 24/7 employee for a few bucks a month that is going to be responding to everyone on your behalf. And then if they stop responding mid-convo, so let's say you've asked 1 or 2 additional follow-up questions, or you've sent the calendar link and they haven't booked a call, then maybe just send 1 or 2 follow-up messages. So don't go, oh, they stopped replying to me, woe is me, it's all over. The next day you might send them a message saying, hey, just bumping this up, did you manage to find a time on my calendar? Question mark. Then maybe 3 days later, if they don't respond, you can be like, hey, James, just wondering, are you still interested in this? Question mark. All good if not, but let me know. Okay, so simple follow-ups, don't overcomplicate it. And the other 4th and final tip I have for you is to use the engagement objective within Meta ads. I'm going to explain what that means in a second, but basically you have you tell Meta what you want. Do you want more leads? Do you want more sales? Do you want people to view your website? And then it will optimize around that event. So because we want messages, we want to use the engagement campaign objective in Meta ads. I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. I'm going to build out, let me show you, very Australian, let me show you. I'm going to build out an example ad campaign for you. So let me shrink myself down a little bit so I don't take up too much of the screen. We're going to click create, that big green button, and here are the campaign objectives I talked about. So you can see we've got traffic, leads, sales, awareness, but we want to click engagement. And you can see engagement is good for Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, which is what we want. So click engagement. By the way, I'm just going to run through this really quickly. I don't want to spend too long on this. So then we're going to click manual engagement campaign. Don't do the recommended ones for now. Don't worry about the name. You can call it whatever you want. Just call it, I don't know, Messenger, low-hanging fruit Messenger funnel, or whatever the heck you want to call it. It's fine. Just call it something that you will understand what it is if you look back at your account. I would recommend turning on Advantage Plus campaign budget. I don't really want to explain what it is, but basically it just means you set one budget for the entire campaign, and then Facebook or Meta will distribute that one budget that you set across all of your different ads, rather than you have to manually setting different budgets for different ads. So just one budget, $25 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day, whatever you can afford to lose, that's what your daily budget's going to be with Advantage Plus campaign budget on. And then we're going to go to the ad set level. So that was the campaign level, now we're at the ad set level. And you can call your ad set whatever you want. It's really up to you. But one thing I would recommend doing is setting a manual destination, because if it's automatic destination, then it's going to send people to either Instagram DMs or Facebook Messenger. And for us, we have employees sitting in our Instagram DMs, managing them. So we want everyone to go to Instagram. It's totally up to you if you don't mind people coming to both Messenger and Instagram. But for us, we like to keep it simple and keep it Instagram only. Leave it on maximize number of conversions. And then here's where it gets a bit fun. So, by the way, before I go through audience, for the placements, if you select Instagram only and you only want messages on Instagram, then it might be good to turn off Advantage Plus placements and put on manual placements and untick Facebook, because you don't want your ads showing on Facebook if you're only want leads through your Instagram DMs. So I would just deselect Facebook and have on Instagram for there if you're only doing it through Instagram DMs. If you're not, then just leave Advantage Plus placements on, that's fine. Okay, now we're going to set the audience. If you've never, ever run ads in the past, and this is the first time you're running ads, then I would recommend giving Facebook an idea of who your target audience is. If you have a customer list, you have a lot of customers and you have their email addresses and phone numbers and stuff, you can actually upload that to Facebook. I'm not going to tell you how to do that now because, well, this video would take too long, but you can Google how to set up lookalike audiences in Facebook. And that's going to show you, what that's going to do is you upload your customer list and tell Facebook, I want to find people similar to these people to show my ads to, similar to my customers. I'm not going to go through that in any more detail now. But you can also set audience suggestions, but there are more strict controls here. So for example, if you only want to show your ads in Australia or Melbourne or Sydney or New York or England or London, wherever the heck you want to show your ads, you can set that location here. And these audience controls are things that Meta is going to listen to 100% of the time. It's not going to show ads to people outside of Australia. And we can show more options here and do minimum ages and things like that. So if you're targeting mums only, you might want to set minimum age for your ads to be 25. Because yes, there might be young mums, but most mums are going to be 25 and older. And then for Advantage Plus audience, this is more for suggestions. You're telling Meta to start with these kinds of people. So you might say, add audience suggestion. I want to start with people who are between the ages of, let's go mums. So 25 to 40, young mums, 25 to 40 years old. And then we're going to set the gender as women because mums are women's. And then you might also, that's a good starting point. I recommend keeping your ads somewhat broad. But then you can also add some detailed targeting. I'd recommend only adding maximum one interest. So for example, it might be so anything to do with that mums like. So you can see there's heaps of interests and things here. I'm not going to go through them now. I'm just going to speed through this. But this is where you just build an audience. Don't overcomplicate this, keep it broad. If you have run ads a lot in the past and Facebook's AI algorithm has been trained and knows who your customers are, then you can just leave this section quite broad and just say ages 25 to 40 women. I'm going to leave it like that. And that's it. And then we create the ad itself. Now the ad itself is going to be very simple. As I said before, you're going to upload, I recommend leaving it on flexible and then uploading your images that you just created in Canva or wherever you created them. So let's say we create this one here and this one here. Sorry, my throat is a bit dry. And you can see we've uploaded two images and it's exactly the same text on the screen, just two different background images. So you can see one is just a woman eating a whatever the heck that is, and the other one is a woman eating waffles. So same text on screen, different background image. I'd recommend doing this. So just switching between a few different background images with the same text on the screen that you're testing. And that's that. And then what we're going to do is write primary text, which is going to be the ad text that pops up on the news feeds, if it's on Instagram feed or Facebook feed. And here you just write very similar things. Do you struggle with binge eating? I help women stop binge eating or they don't pay, and just flesh this out a bit more. So basically you're writing the same stuff here, but just writing a bit more. So blah, 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 blah. You get the point. So you're just writing what's on the screen here, and you're just writing a bit more with your call to action at the end. DM me the word binge to learn more. That's it. And if we are on, there you can see Instagram feed, it's going to pop up here in that more section in the bio. Not the bio, whatever you call that, the caption section. And your call to action is going to be send an Instagram message. And then we do not want to use AI generated questions. Why can I not turn that off? Maybe we got to go here and then back. There you go. No AI generated questions. We're just going to edit template here. So we're going to say, text. Let's use the example of the energy. Hey, name. So hey, click this little thing here. First name of recipient. Hey, name. Are you interested in increasing your energy? DM. Click the word energy below to get started. Something like that. Doesn't have to be, don't overthink that. And then you only want one question here. And that is going to be your keyword, energy. So people, are you going to see the word energy here? Hey James, you interested in increasing your energy? Click the word energy below to get started. And they're going to click energy. And then you're going to say, thanks so much. I will be with you soon. And that's when you're going to jump in within 5 minutes and respond to that lead. Or if you have an AI bot, you'll get the AI bot to respond to them. And then you can actually have a conversation. And that's that. Don't worry about the follow-up message. Just create the initial stuff and then click save. And you'd also want to preview this on Instagram before you make it live. Got it? Click save, and that's your ad. And that is basically it. Now, very important here. That was just one strategy that we use to help our clients generate clients. And when I say our clients, I mean health coaches, nutritionists, dietitians, naturopaths, etc., etc. Anyway, if you want to generate clients more consistently, then you need to book a strategy call with us, because the 2-second ad strategy that I went over today, it will help you to get clients in the next few days, this week, maybe next week. It's a very good short-term strategy, but it's not a great strategy to consistently get clients in the long run. So when you book a call with us, we'll see if you're a good fit to work with us. And if you are, then we can walk you through the different strategies that are going to be best for you to consistently generate clients in the long run with minimal effort on your behalf. It'll be like having a tap that you can turn on and off. On when you need more clients and off when you are completely full. If that sounds good, then go to this link here, healthcoachgrowthhub.com/strategy-call, and book a call with myself or someone from my team. Apart from that, I will see you in the next video, and make sure you go off and actually implement everything I said. Because if you do, I promise you, you will see amazing results, and you will be very surprised with how your business transforms overnight with simple advertising. Adios amigos, and take care.